Hi, fire signs. Happy October. Well, we are on the cusp of October. Today is Sunday, the 29th. And I don't know about you guys. I know this is not technically our season, so to speak. It's not, the energy is Libra right now. But I just feel like it's a fiery, there's just fiery energy coming in. It's really resonating with me. I don't know where this is coming from today. I was kind of having this realizations and just feeling it. And I don't know if it's the colors, associated with fall, because we are now in the fall, technically fall season, even though it's 90 something degrees outside. But there's just the colors, like I'm wanting to start to wear red more, where I was much more in pink. I don't know if that's an energetic thing within my, balancing my inner feminine masculine. Maybe I got too far into my feminine because I was just much, went away from the reds and the bold colors and was much more feminine. So I'm just finding that energy shifting. Anyway, I don't mean to digress it, but you guys know I always do that in my videos. So I'm really excited to see what comes out for us right now. I just, and again, obviously I'm a Sag sun sign, but I have a lot of earth in my chart too. But I just feel like I'm really resonating with the fire energy. And it could just be because time is accelerating, things are shifting, things are progressing. I don't know, maybe it's an overall collective thing, but I just feel like there's going to be some big things that come out for us for October. So I guess without further ado, let's get to it. All right, I'm going to use the Star Tarot for us. Fire signs for October. Just using as a clear channel. Message to the collective. Fire signs. And as you guys know the drill, I'm sure, if you've watched my videos, but this is a general reading, so take what resonates, toss the rest. You may want to check your moon rising, Venus, and some of the other aspects of your chart. I mean, didn't I just say that big things were happening? I mean, come on, you guys. When you start with a major arcana like the Magician, we're holding the wand. We're holding the key here. Ooh. Lots of manifesting energy. Lots of fire. No surprise. This actually, we had an Apache's here and a Fluorite that I was getting ready to pack, and they were like, "No, give me out. I want to be here." Okay. Ooh, I don't want to see that card, but actually, it can be a good thing, I think. Maybe that's where the fire I'm picking up on is coming from. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Okay. All right, let's see what's happening here. I mean, so what I'm getting is there's a situation that the wheels are set in motion, is what I'm getting. We have the Magician and we have the Three of Wands, and those are definitely cards about manifesting. Again, things just, I'm getting things set in motion. Um, oh my gosh. Okay, there's so much stuff coming. You guys, I'm on fire right now. This is crazy. So this is, I mean, the strongest energy I'm getting is romantic, and you guys will see why here soon. But I feel like there's been some sort of a realization, an epiphany, communication, something that within, and I'm getting it actually, that when you get the Page of Pentacles, sometimes that's news about a job, but it's more something concrete, tangible. But with the image I'm getting on this card and with the messages that are coming out, it's some sort of intuitive download, maybe that you've got from the universe, the divine source, God, whatever term you want to use there, spirit, anything like that, your higher self, any of those things, they're all synonymous to me anyway. So you've sort of had this realization that you have the power, within you. See, this light is within you. There's sort of this awakening that's taking place, connecting you to these higher messages. And I think maybe as you've gotten out more in nature, more exploring different things as aspects of your spirituality, these things have been coming to light. And so there's this realization and understanding that you have the power to manifest your dreams. There's still, though, and we are closing out right now, September, which you guys know if you've followed my videos, or pretty much any other reader is picking up on this as well. There's been energy of closing things out, really an urgency to achieve balance, and urgency to shed the ego. And when I say ego, you guys know I don't mean ego in the sense that you're conceited and that you're overly confident and that you're just this pompous that's not the ego connotation. If you guys are on this path, you probably already know that, but I'm just reiterating it in case this is a new concept. If you're seeing this hearing it for the first time, ego in this sense is actually quite the opposite. It can be our fears, it can be our disbelief in that miracles can happen, being tied to 3D patterns. It can be addictions. It can be negative thought patterns. It can be toxic relationships, things that no longer serve us, but we feel stuck and we stay because, our ego, those limiting beliefs, those things that we, when we're not awakening to our divine self, we think that's the way it has to be. Okay, so that's what I'm getting in the sense of ego. But again, the biggest things that usually come out are fears, addictions, be it substances, be it sexual, be it just negativity, and staying stuck. So, but what I'm getting is this, as we're closing out September, that energy, it's like we're in this cocoon. We're in this cocoon, and we've not quite learned the lessons, I guess. I mean, many of us are, quote, awakened, in the sense of knowing, what this process means, what we're supposed to be doing, or at least, getting the guidance, and maybe being a little bit lost at times on our path, but knowing that we have to turn inward, knowing that we can connect to God, just having an understanding of this process. But I'm getting that for some, maybe that aren't fully awakened, that is happening, and it is starting to happen. But the Eight of Pentacles, you guys know, that's my awakening card. That's my spiritual learning, growth, balance. I mean, look how it's tied to like the moon cycles. So there could have been just a lot of that, it's almost complete, perhaps with this this new moon energy that we're in right now. There's a lot of that. It's kind of like I'm getting like this dial, almost like when you turn one of those clocks and then it starts, those little like timers, and they start, it ticks and it goes down like that, like the old manual ones, not the electric ones. That's what I'm getting that this is, and I'm getting that it's speeding up, that it's just not quite there yet. There's still some of this ego, some of these fears, some of these limiting beliefs that need to be shed for us to manifest. But I mean, look how, like I said, it looks like we're in the cocoon, wrapped up, here, separate. And if this is a romantic, if you're in the divine, sacred partner journey, there's still some separation here, because both partners have to shed these things and learn these lessons on their own before they can break free of this. But what I'm getting is that both partners are at this stage where that's what they're starting to have this realization that that's the direction they want to go, even if it's subconscious. A lot of times on the part of the masculine, they just know they can't live the way they're living anymore. The situation that they're in, there's just drama and chaos, and they know that there's more to life. And so I think they're really evaluating and going through the ringer right now and shedding those beliefs. And both partners are wanting to break free from that. I mean, so see how they were in the cocoon separately? Look at this Three of Wands. the butterfly has hatched and it's flying. And this is just so beautiful because you guys know three is the Holy Trinity, the masculine, the feminine, in union with God. These things are manifesting right now for you, fire sign. If you're in a relationship and you're watching this, and let's say it's a happy relationship, it could just be another level of perhaps growth where you both are going to grow together. It could be a higher level of commitment, something like that. And there's other cards that are gonna we're gonna see what you guys will see why I'm saying that here in a minute. But you know how I was saying earlier that the energy just seems really fast, and it's like that dial is turning, but it's turning at warp speed, okay? Because the action forward is the Knight of Wands, passionate, fiery, um, intense energy. And it's interesting because there's a moon on here. It's like a half moon. So guess where we're going to be within the next week or week and a half? I mean, we're going to be halfway through the moon cycle, close to that or whatever, So I just feel like some shift is going to happen really fast in October. There's a by 10/10. There's this again urgency I'm getting for us to find balance. That's what this could represent as well. Knights, I mean, especially the Knight of Wands is a very fast, swift energy. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on perspective of how you look at it, we do have the Tower here. We have the Tower, which is a major arcana. We also have the Magician and the Devil. Those are some pretty strong major arcana, but I think that's why I'm picking up on a lot of action and big changes coming, big shifts. And the Tower, honestly, can be, and I'm picking up in the sense here, not necessarily a catastrophic bad thing. It's kind of like divine intervention. It's kind of like an epiphany. I'm getting it as kind of like this boom. That's when the clock runs out, right? That's exactly what I'm getting. It's like this lightning, this epiphany, it comes in, you've been manifesting, waving the wand, trying to get this to happen. Things have been set in motion, and boom, it goes off. And the timer gets all the way around, and something happens there. And I think the Tower, what it ends up bringing, right, this situation that you or the person you're dealing with or both of you are in, that is not stable, it's not grounded, it's got to come crashing down. Otherwise, how it can't continue the way it is because of the cycles, the cycles, the things that have been set in motion, I don't know what I want to say necessarily, contracts, the soul contracts, things like that. It's things that are supposed to be happening. It's time. It's time because a 10, as we're entering the 10th month, is about completion. It's about completion and starting anew. Okay, just like the Magician is about that. It has that energy around it as well. So this is actually a good thing because it's going to break up whatever is no longer part of the divine plan. And whatever you've been trying to manifest, this Tower has to crumble and come down for you and or the person you're dealing with to get to stability, to get to calmer waters. Look at this Four of Pentacles. Sometimes the Four of Pentacles is a card that can represent somebody not feeling stable, not feeling so secure. But I mean, and the image in this card to me is that this is calm, this is peaceful. I mean, right after this, their foundation shatters. There's fire. But look, the dove is flying by. The sun is rising. The sun's rising here, and right after, look, it's bright, it's shining. It's right over this swan. Right over this swan. Now, the swan is a little bit, it's alone. It's in solitude. So, after the Tower falls, there's going to need to be some time for you or this person to kind of contemplate things, to kind of find yourself, which I think is now why the Nine of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. Some self-love, some introspection, and figuring out exactly, okay, this happened, understanding that this happened for a reason. Right behind that, Ace of Cups. I mean, and wait till you see what else we have. So after this period of introspection, which I don't know that will be that long, honestly, we immediately right after this, we have the Four of Wands, which is the card of stability, which is the card, it's the twin flame card, the 1111 sacred partner card. But you can see the image, the image in this deck is really interesting for the Four of Wands because they're baby bears. They're baby bears, and they're they still have a lot to learn. And they're trying to get to the fruits. They're trying to climb to get to the fruits and the flowers and the light. They're not there yet. So I'm getting the sense that, again, there could be with the fours, it could be 4 weeks, 4 months. I know you guys don't want to hear that, but I feel like the energy is moving quickly to bring in and get this situation on the track that it needs to be on. But wands are very fast energy again, and we have the magician is holding a wand. We have the Three of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. The Tower is in this deck fast energy. We've got the Four of Wands. So it really could be much faster. I mean, again, 4 weeks. It could be a matter of days. But at the end of the day, you know, the outcome for October, because we're looking at October, Two of Cups. So something may even happen, you know, by the full moon. Look at this. The full moon, I would have to look at the date. I think it is October 12th or 13th, something like that. So we're not too far away from that. Really, I mean, it's what, probably 3 weeks away, maybe. So I feel like this definitely, there's major shifts that are going to happen in this situation. If this is resonating for you, major shifts. But that's evident. I think what we're going to do, I'm going to pull some other cards. Let's see. Let's do signs from Spirit. Love Oracle. To see what signs you might be getting, you know, that this is manifesting for you. What type of signs might the sacred partners be getting that they're on this path? That's interesting. Okay. So Ivy. So you might be in nature, you might start seeing ivy springing up outside your home. So that's a possibility. This also could be a sign just that because it says clinging, that you've got to be careful not to cling too much to an outcome with this person. The timing that it is with this specific person, I think it's, you know, just critical that, again, going back to this, what we're still needing to do is break free of this cocoon on our own, separate from them, work on ourselves, and continue that focus, continue that self-love. So there's still some instruction here that, you know, you can't cling too much to this other, attached to this other person. You've got to love yourself. You've got to work on yourself, raise your vibration, and keep the faith if the Tower moment happens to you, and just trust that this process is playing out as it's supposed to. Okay. Into a Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Let's see what message we have from this deck. Oh, I love it. I love it, you guys. Truth be told. So some of you, maybe your person, you feel they're not living or speaking their truth. Maybe they've not spoken their feelings for you. Um, they're not being honest. The mask, right? This is my favorite thing about it. You guys know I love these cards when there's a mask and it's coming out and they're opening their heart. Um, that's something that's going to be happening. I mean, even if you're not physically going to be in a full committed relationship yet, which it's totally possible because we've got the Four of Wands here, the Four of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. I mean, those are beautiful cards. So if you're doing the work without attaching to that outcome, it's definitely possible. But I think at a minimum in October, there's going to be some sort of a communication or acknowledgement of the depth of the feelings or emotion that's there, that's once been hidden. And look at this. After the Tower, the Tower falls, we've got regeneration. So whatever this fire that comes in, that the old has to die and burn away before the new can grow. So that's just further confirmation of that. And then, I mean, you guys, you can't make this up. A change in the wind. Things are changing and swiftly. Swiftly. That's what I'm getting. Let's see what else. I don't know. I've got so many decks calling me here. There's a lot going on, fire signs. This is the Journey Oracle. I don't remember who it's by, but it's an Etsy person. But I can get you the info if you're interested. Okay. So this is another message reiterating that about shedding the old, shedding the ego, completely, obliterating this 3D ego. I'm just trying to think of what the wording. It's like I'm getting these feelings in it, but I can't put it into words. I mean, it's almost, you can see how when they're in this cocoon, they're naked. They're naked. And it's almost like they've got to go to this point where they completely go back to almost like they're in the womb. And, the innocence of a baby, of a child, of an unborn child who's not yet been exposed to the manipulation and corruption of this planet, the innocence of that energy, right? So that's what this is. I mean, they're about to be born into this world. They're sheltered from it now. They're going within. So it's like we have to reverse that process sort of and almost go back to that. Think about that innocence that children have. Because this is the card that came out, vulnerable. Allow yourself to surrender and be stripped bare, right? Isn't that what they are? They're naked. It's like just going back to the original, think about all of the paradigms in this world and the things that we're told. We're told, we're told that we're not powerful. We're told that we have to go through others to get to God and pay them money, and then we're judged. And we're told, we're not pretty enough. We're not thin enough. We're not rich enough. We're not this, and those in power, it's this entire, division. It's like certain people have power and everything it's like you're told this is the way it is. And you've forgotten, I mean, you're told to live in fear, right? We live in often fear, anxiety, lack mentality. I think that's what I was getting at, is that there's just this lack mentality. When you come into the world, children don't, I mean, they just love. They love. That's all they know. Because that's where they came from, was love, was the universe, was God is love, right? So not to go on a sermon for you guys here, but I think it's about going back to that aspect, stripping, again, it's stripped bare. I mean, isn't that land is stripped bare and it's starting over? And that's kind of what we have to do through this spiritual awakening and this process, is like your concept of the way you thought life was supposed to be in general, but specifically your life and what you wanted for your life, maybe by a certain age, who you thought you would end up with, how you thought you would end up. I mean, things completely shift. you have to completely shift your perspective and just allow yourself to be completely open and surrender to the process. So anyway, I hope that made sense. I don't mean to let's just go on and on here. Let's see what we got. We got this is the fairies, magical messages from the fairies by Doreen Virtue. Oh, that's interesting. New home. Moving is a step in the right direction for you. So if you've been thinking about moving, this is definitely a sign that you are being urged to take that direction. I think this also is just more general, what I was just saying, as far as moving into a new paradigm, moving into a new way of thinking, moving into the realization, going back to, the cocoon, moving into that perception, that understanding of life and the connectedness of all things. And the home, like the fact that home, I think so many people get caught up on, I've got to have a big house and I've got to have status and I've got to have all these things. When you leave this planet, when you die, you don't take those things with you. Number one. Number two, you don't, I think myself included, like I felt like in order to not be a failure in life or whatever it was, I felt like you're a woman, you're on earth, you're supposed to have a baby, you're supposed to have a family, you're supposed to do these things. And it's kind of like, I only have so much time. I only have so much time on earth and I'm turning 40, next or not November. And I just don't have time. And that was the mentality I was in like 4 years ago. And now it's like, my life doesn't end on earth. My life, I'm here serving higher powers. I'm here on a mission. And if that mission includes me having a child, great. If it doesn't, I'm going to die happy and I'm going to die knowing I'm going somewhere else. I fulfilled my mission here and I have a mission somewhere else in a different form. Physical body, maybe not a physical body. I mean, your home isn't, it's a temporary, I guess is what I'm getting at. Everything is temporary on this planet, not just the physical structure you live in, but your body. There's so much beyond that. Home is in the stars. Home is in other realms. So when you shift your perspective from not feeling like life on earth is it really changes things. You don't fear as much. You start shedding the ego, the fear. You start shedding the fear, shedding the anxiety, shedding the what ifs, shedding the regrets. You start knowing that you, as the magician, control this process with God as a co-creator. You have power and you can shift things. And you just know that there's nothing, there's nothing you feel regret about, because it all happened for a lesson and to help you grow. So I hope that resonated. Let's see. I still feel like I want to pull a couple more cards. Oh, I didn't pull the Romance Angel. Let's pull the Romance Angels and see what's coming. Let's see what's coming for October. The Two of Cups. What is this Two of Cups going to bring? Let's see if it's if it's a permanent, if it's just a conversation. Let's kind of see what the energy is for October with this Two of Cups, Four of Wands. Let's see what. That's interesting. We're going to pull another one. Okay, so the first card that came out, I think this came out in the Divine Feminine's message to the masculine in the new moon reading I did. This is the religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So for me, this is a card about awakening. Okay, so I think what October is going to bring with the Two of Cups is an epiphany. We talked about that in here. There's an epiphany. There's a realization. There's a boom. There's a moment that both partners realize this is the path that I want to be on with this person. Now, whether it actually happens and we did not get the wedding card, we did not get the engagement card, higher form of commitment card, anything like that. But I think there's going to be this kind of awakening to the truth, and that's what's going to start manifesting and coming out as getting to know each other. So it's going to be more of a progressive thing versus, okay, suddenly, boom, you're in a relationship. You may just be spending more time together. It says, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So there's definitely going to be a closeness developing, I'm getting for many of you in October. But the most critical thing to do is not to cling to that. Again, don't be Ivy, don't cling to that. Just focus on you and stripping yourself bare down to the light being that you are, and reflect on all of the things that happened in your life and what it was trying to teach you. Getting strongly guided. I'm going to pull these Ascended Masters cards wanted to be here. I think we're going to end on that. What message do you have for fire signs for October? Love it. Persistence. I don't think I have the booklet I'd like to read from. Oh, I do have the booklet. I'm just going to see what the booklet says. Persistence. I don't even know how to pronounce this guy's name, I'm going to be honest. But does he not look like a lion? I mean, I don't even know what to say right now, you guys. Persistence. I mean, the hard work, the Eight of Pentacles, the hard work is going to pay off. That's what we're being told with this card, is you just got to keep at it. We'll see what the book says, but okay, he's pronounced Lou, so I'm glad they had that in there. I must not be the only one that that messes it up. So Lou, all right, Lou has a message for us. Through persistent action and positive thinking, your dreams are manifesting into form. I mean, you guys, we got the Magician manifesting. You can't make this shit up. You can't. Okay, your dreams are manifesting into form. This is a time for you to stay persistent. Give any discouragement to Lou and the angels, who will buoy your faith and give you signs of your progress. Did I not say keep the faith through the tower? I said that earlier. You're almost there, so keep going. It may help to break large projects into smaller steps so that you'll feel the thrill of accomplishment with each step that you take. Persistence pays off. Stick with it. Additional meanings for this card. Overcome procrastination tendencies and take action today. Stick to your priorities and promises. Chip away at your dreams and desires with daily action steps. Stay positive and visualize your dreams as already manifested. Yeah, definitely. Commit to your dreams for the long haul. Commit to your dreams for the long haul. I mean, we've got the Four of Wands as a commitment card. We've got the Ace of Cups. We've got, I mean, there's truths that are going to come out, I think, in understanding that this is a long haul type thing. If anything, your love for yourself is the commitment that you're going to be making. Lou is a Celtic sun god of harvest time. That's not this fall, isn't it, you guys? I mean, come on. Sun god of harvest time, whose name means the shining one. His Celtic festival, called Lunasa, is celebrated worldwide at the end of every summer, which is right where we are at the end of summer. Legend says that Lou was renowned as a master of many crafts, including art, poetry, and healing. Call upon Lou to help with mastering anything you're learning, as well as for enjoying bountiful harvests of abundance. I mean, you guys, bountiful harvests of abundance. Look what card came after him. Flow of prosperity. I don't even know what to say right now. But I think that's a good way to end it, guys. So I'm excited to see what unfolds for the fire signs, and honestly for the entire collective. I think October is going to be a really, really big month. And stay tuned, because I'm heading to Sedona this week, and I am planning on, if you guys watch my Soul Connections video, clearly, I mean, if this resonated and you stayed through it, I'm going to see what's coming for the 1010 Gateway, and I'm going to do that. I'm staying at the airport, the Sky Ranch Lodge, which is actually at the airport Vortex. So I'm actually on a Vortex, and I'll be doing a video for you guys from there. So I am so excited. Until next time.